Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Saturday. Today's video is going to be about my week of getting scammed. I was just, first of all, this is not a feel sorry for me video. This is not, oh my goodness, this is a video to empower you and let you know that there are people out there and groups of individuals, or just an individual, that will do anything to get money from you. And we see it every day in social media, with Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, fake accounts. And I have been a survivor of that, and I'm pretty good about recognizing fake accounts on social media. And like everybody else, you usually get at least one or two a day of a friend request of somebody that no, you're a widow and you have children, or now they're saying they're married and they have children, but it's not even dealing with social media. I have been getting things prepared, the dirty work. I always say the dirty work, and I guess it's just I'm laying the foundation of this business and getting my licenses and my tax numbers and all of that. And I was looking to get my my resale tax ID number, and I had gone to a website that was with the government, the .org, and I had let me give you an insight for a moment. When you pay utilities online and you go to like a bill matrix to pay for that utility online, unless you pay through your bank, you go through a third party situation. So, and you look into the address bar to see if it has the lock in there to show it is a secure, and you always go down below to make sure it's a secure. It was good. The third party situation was good. So I went to the government site, and the third party somehow piggybacked onto that, and I trusted the government site, but it wasn't the government's fault, it's my fault. But I was scammed. Just going to take fault, because even though, okay, but anyway, let me applying for this, I had paid a fee for a certain thing that I was wanting to get, and I just knew when I had sent it, because everything else looks so the same as everything I have done up to this point, as the forms and filling out and the wording and stuff like that. And as soon as I sent the information, there was no confirmation number, and when I went to my email, it was very simple, and it wasn't a good day. This was last Friday. Not this past Friday, but last Friday. So all weekend, they didn't have a phone number, they didn't have an address. I contacted my banks through email and my business part of it. And, you know, with the bank that I go through, it was late at night and they weren't open on Sundays. And so it was very, very frustrating. And it was $196. Yes, it was only $196, but that is when you're in a budget and you're only in a budget, that's something I can use for a tool, or I could use for supplies, stones, wire, yarn, you know. I could utilize it for many things. And so yes, $196 to me was it is a lot of money. Believe me, that was a kick in my gut. If I need to say the word. So I contacted the bank on Monday, and before I did that, I was going through my banking again just to make sure another transaction was not gone through. And I noticed in the transaction, when I was giving the information as the wording in that, there is a phone number. There was a phone number in there. Okay. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to call this before I have the conversation with the bank verbally. Just let them know that I did try to reach out, that I did try to get my money back, and see if it is a legit situation. So I called the number. It was a toll-free number, and a girl answered it, and the first call was, hello, and nothing as the verbiage of where the number was going to, not the name of the business and things like that. Thank you for calling JJayCollections. It wasn't dealing with, they were scamming. So she hung up on me, and my heart was racing, because it's like, I really got scammed. So thank God it wasn't in Nigeria or overseas. Thank goodness, because I have been, that I've experienced that, not with money, but fake accounts. So I called the number back, and the young girl answers again. And I had said, what is the name of this company? And she didn't say, and I said, you're scamming people. You're scamming people for you to send them forms that they can do online. $196 to email them, because I don't know this, I'm guessing this. That's something that, it's just what happens to me. And she goes, well, if you want a refund, the person's not, sorry, Strauss, if you want a refund, the person's not here. I go, well, what's that person's name? And she proceeds to say, well, my name is Karen. How ironic. And I go, Karen, what is his name? And she said, well, his name is Ash. I go, what is his last initial of? And she goes, well, I don't know. I go, you don't know the person's last initial of their last name? And she goes, no, but mine's F. And I'm thinking, I can only imagine. So I had, I said, I'm going to be, you are being reported. And there are legal people who are involved in this. And she goes, oh, click. And so I called the bank. This is probably about 8 o'clock my time, which would have been in Florida time 10. I think they're 2 hours, and they're Eastern, And I called the bank, and I explained to her everything that has transpired up to that moment, even with the phone call. And she goes, oh my goodness, let's cancel your card. Let's get you one today, have you pick it up. We'll do an investigation, and we will hear within 10 days. And I'm thinking, the stress and the tears and the frustration that I had gone through that whole weekend was saved by this young girl. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. I love you. And I was frustrated. I was very, very frustrated, because I felt like I felt to that point, I know what I'm doing. I'm really cautious about people scamming. I'm really, you know, the verbiage and the address in the bar, in the internet bar, and believe me, I was wrong. I moved my camera. It's okay, Charles. It's okay. It's one of those situations where it really got to me, and I think part of it is that it was my pride, and I allow that to really affect my head and my spirit, and I was very frustrated all week. I was not feeling good at all week. I mean, I get a task done, but I was exhausted because I was just like, I allowed that frustration. It's and when I say it's only $196, it's not like, to me that's a lot of money, but it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse, and the bank took care of me. They're still doing an investigation. I should hear something this week, and I'm okay with that. And the Better Business Bureau there has been informed. The people there in Florida have been informed, and it's just, I have to understand is that this wasn't to kick me and saying, you're about to give up, you know, what is that knocking at your door? And it's like, no, this is just a distraction letting me know that I need to be more aware of my surroundings and not be as gullible, as in trusting. Even though it's a government site, things latch onto that, and I'm human. I'm human. So yeah, it's been tough, and it's not a bad tough, it's a good tough. It's my creativity. When I mean, there was a couple days where I really physically was not feeling good, and I think it was just everything that I had gone through up to that point, as in, you know, it's like I needed rest, and I rest, and my anxiety was just bad. So I guess this video is to stress that research and watch where you are giving out your information. All of my credit reports are on high alert at this moment because of this situation, and the banks are aware of it. Both of my banks are aware of it. So it's one of those situations where I pray that it goes into my favor, but if it doesn't, it's an expensive learning experience, and I will just have to work harder to make up that difference to get what I wanted to get, as in supplies. And I'm okay with that. It takes time, and my faith never, how do I say it? I never doubted. It's just, I know it was a learning curve for me. I did get one of my licenses, and it's on the wall. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's pretty exciting. It's very exciting, and I got that at the end of the week. No, Wednesday. And it was just sort of a sign from God saying, you know what, you're doing it. Those little signs is saying, you might feel at a point of frustration, but you're doing it. And if you didn't stumble, like I've always said in my videos, if you don't stumble, you're not going to learn. And it's like, I had to experience what I'm preaching. and be honest that it did hit my pride and my frustration. And I'm okay today. It's just I had to rest. And it's okay to pull away from this, my world here, and saying, okay, you're telling me to slow down just a tad. Just slow down just a tad to be aware of what is going on around you. And that does not mean just what's happening in this business. Is yourself, your family, your friends, your community, the world. There's so much going on in the world. It's very, very heavy for everybody. And I think that was also a factor. Charles, mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. So that is what had happened when I got scammed. It was not clickbait. It's not to catch a video. It is a reality. It was a company. It was not even a company. It's some dishonest individuals that somehow they know their way how to penny pack onto a site and scam people. And you don't think, you know, there was an additional fee. I wanted it right there. It was like additional $200, and I was about to do that. I'm thinking $400. Oh my gosh. But I didn't. Thank goodness. Something, yeah, I should have trusted my gut way before that. So trust your gut, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, trust your gut, your instincts. That's why, yeah. So what are we going to do this week? This week is a busy week. We are having an appointment with the city of El Paso to assume the name, to make the name to be recognized for the city. And there's a couple other appointments that I have, and I think it's 12 days left till October 1st. And I found some old stuff, and I have a great, something came to me during that aha situation this past week, and you're gonna see it. It's just like, why did I not think of this years ago? But it will be like the calling card of JJ's Collections on some of the crocheting and knitting. And it is just, it's mine. It's not anybody else's. I've never seen it done before. So that is going to be exciting. Very, very exciting. And I will show you soon. 12 to 14 days, you'll see it. So, what else? The weather here in El Paso has been very low 90s. It's like, now she's talking about weather? Really? We're talking about being scammed and now the weather? It's been tough, guys. I'm not gonna, this is reality. It's been really, really frustrating, and I had to come to terms. And this is probably what this video is about, is empowering you and knowing to take that extra time, and don't allow your pride. Don't allow your pride get in the way. Don't allow your ego take over. And know your 7 sins, because those little deceptions work through and distract you. So, on that note, be good to yourself, be good to others, for we do not know what part of the journey they're on. Until next week's journal, have a good week. Bye. Okay, I'm done. Oh my goodness. Are you done? Why do you have your back to me, dude? Charles, they're gonna think, but he's so sweet. But he's so sweet. Are you sweet? Say yes, I am. I love you. I love you. Charles. Charles. Look how handsome you are. Look how handsome.